Hey guys, how you doing? So I decided I've only told this story to a few people, but it's part of my life and my experience and my right to tell this story. Now this story has a little bit of background, but it's not going to be a super long one. It's how I started liking crows and feeling a connection with crows. Number one, I always have had a connection with crows. Here comes the background. Don't worry, it won't be a whole lot, but so um, I've always felt like I had a connection with crows, but I was scared of them, and also especially after I learned what they meant, and had a couple times I had like some times of like danger and uh, other shit that scared the shit out of me because of what was going on, and crows were involved. But the first time I ever had like a connection with a crow or experienced that was there's a kid at my school, incidentally native kid, and I say incidentally just because it's incidental. But yeah, it was a kid in my class. I think it was the only native kid in there, and I thought he was cool, man. You know what I mean? I think he was new to the class or new to the neighborhood. So I'm like, you know what? I didn't even know him. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go hang out with this kid. So I went to. This is two stories in one, but again, they are pretty short for me. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna hang out with this kid. Didn't know him, didn't know where his house was, but somebody, either he or somebody that was talking to him, had said where his house was, and it was like in my same little general neighborhood. So I fucking went to go find it one day, and I think I found it. Like the house that was being described or whatever. The directions to get there seemed right. It seemed like the house, and I was almost there, man. I was like coming up on it down the block, and this crow flew past me like above the little trees and telephone poles and shit, and it flew past me, and I noticed it. Like, oh, there's a crow, and and it landed on a telephone pole by the house, and for some reason, I just like kept looking at this crow and noticing this crow, and the closer I got to the house, or as I got closer to the house, I just felt like it was talking to me. It was weird. I didn't like hear nothing, but I just had a feeling that it was like watching me and trying to talk to me. And I'm like, wow, this is weird. And I just like I didn't hear anything out loud like words. Um, but I felt like it was talking to me. I felt like it was like saying to me, "Hey, you don't know this guy. Don't go to his house. You don't know him, man. Like, don't do that. That ain't cool." So like I hesitated, and because of that, I went away. So I've always felt like I had a connection with crows. Um, and then fast forward to this story I'm gonna tell. This story, like I said, it's like a really personal story, but I decided to tell it. And the only reason I decided, not personal, because like it was what was going on in my life. Yeah, that's personal, but because it was like a spiritual experience, dog. It was trippy. So fast forward to like maybe a year ago. Um, I'm in the town of Colville, Washington. I had just got out of prison. I got out of prison. I started talking to this girl, and who ended up being my girl now. You might not see it by, Lord forgive me, by a lot of the shit I do, but yeah, I got a girl. So, so I got out of prison a couple years ago. Like 4 days after I got out of prison, I started talking to my girl. Fell for my girl. Started dealing with her. Um, then after about 6, 7 months, I moved to Colville for work, and because I couldn't find work where I was at or a place, so I moved to Colville. Relapsed, started getting into the drugs. going through a bunch of stuff with my girl. Not really fighting, but we both individually and as a couple just going through stuff, and it was hard. And like I said, I relapsed and got back into drugs. And anybody who's done dope makes you fucking horny. So makes you want to fuck, makes you fuck like crazy. So one day I go down to the little dope spot and trying to find some, and this guy had a little bit to smoke, so we go into this trailer, and we smoke a little bit. We're smoking a little bit of shit we had, and we hear a knock at the door. So he's like, I'm like, nigga. So just answer the door. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna answer the door. I answer the door, and it's this girl. Okay, I'm not gonna say her name. She actually goes by like an alias that's not her name. That's a boy name, which is weird. But about this girl, she, other than the fact that she is fucking super drugged out, and wears her hair like so short it's almost bald. She's actually pretty fucking sexy. She's a white native chick. I actually kind of like her, even though she's crazy. Um, and the first time I met her, she was just really nice to me and really handsy with me. So, she probably liked me too. So anyway, this bitch knocks on the door of the trailer. She's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Hi, what's up?" And the dude I'm in there smoking with, he's like, "Oh no, do not let her in here, bro." I was like, "Bro, come on, like, listen." He's like, "No, everything's gonna get all fucking messed up. It's not gonna be." I said, "Bro, stop. I'm letting her in." So I let her in, and he got pissed off and left. And me and her ended up, uh, fucking around, hanging out for a little bit. And here's the part where the crows come in. That I had not anticipated cheating on my girl. Okay, I chose the action. I don't got any type of excuses. This is actually one of the hardest things for me in my life. One of the fucking craziest experiences. One of the worst experiences. Dog, this fucked me up. So I fucked this bitch, who was not my girl, and like I was not gonna tell my girl about it. And like, okay, so bottom line, where the crows come in is shortly after I did this, and this is like before I told my girl about it. It was fucking with me mentally. Like I was having bad dreams. It was weird, bro. This was like some karma shit. I was having bad dreams. I didn't feel right. Um, and like a part of it was the drugs fucking with my mind, which is normal for the drugs that I do. But what happened with the crows was I had a dream, bro, because I was having, after this, I started having a lot of bad dreams. Um, and like stuff going wrong for me and not feeling good. Like it was some karma shit. And I had a dream, bro, that like some of them were crows. I think one might have been an angel with black wings. I'm pretty sure there was an angel with black wings and like maybe like a little few crows around. But either a really big crow or an angel with black wings came in my fucking dream, and like feathers started falling off of it and coming down. And for some reason, it just really fucking scared me and made me feel bad. Like just gave me a really bad feeling. And after I had that dream, a lot of shit started going wrong in my life, bro. And it took me a while to like get through that experience. But after that happened, um, like I feel a lot more like able to process grief. I respect the grief of others more. I respect people's suffering more. like I said, I'm able to process mine better, and I actually like crows now. It's weird.